Rig It Right by Wright and McGill.
On today's Rig It Right, I'm going to show you what Eric had me throwing out there in Southern California. Fishing Catalina Island. One thing I noticed about those fishermen out there is they like to throw these great big plastic baits. I mean, these things are huge on these calico bass. So I introduced them to one of my favorite baits that DOA makes, and it's the 5.5-inch jerk bait. And these happen to be two of my favorite colors that DOA makes, whether I'm fishing in Florida or out here in California. And if you notice one thing, I'm using a really large jig head with this, and it enables me to get it way down along those kelp stalks where those bass are living. Twitch it out a couple of times and the bass just tear it up. Now the line I was throwing out there, Finn's Wind Tamer, and this is the High Vis Pink, 30-pound test. And I like the 30-pound out there because if you happen to get caught up in that kelp, it'll cut right through it. And I also had it rigged with 30-pound test Seaguar fluorocarbon. And one thing I noticed out there is they don't like to throw fluorocarbon all that much. Don't know why, because I've always said using Seaguar fluorocarbon, if it brings me that one more hit during the day, it's done its job for me. Now the rod I was throwing was the 7.9 Flats Blue Gen 2 by Wright McGill. Awesome new rod if you notice the new colors in it. And this one is what Eric was throwing. He was throwing the baitcaster model, something I don't throw all that much, but he absolutely fell in love with it. So if y'all ever get a chance to head out to Catalina Island and fish, highly suggest it. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you stop by the Huntington Beach Dick's Sporting Goods store, because remember one thing, every season starts right here at Dick's.
Rig It Right by Wright and McGill.